What about Kasper Schmeichel then, Mick? I mean, it's been something among the Celtic fans. It's been a talking point for a while. And look, I know social media is far from the be-all and end-all. It's been getting a lot of stick there for a while. Do you think we're getting towards a time where perhaps it's a chance for him to be phased out of the starting 11?
Do you know what? Listen, you're kind of loath to kind of be too critical because I think he's been a great signing. I thought last season he was terrific. But I definitely think there's been a bit of a drop-off since his injury with Denmark. I don't think he's been quite the same since he come back from his shoulder injury with Denmark. Obviously, there was the mistake in the cup final, which proved to be pretty catastrophic.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a guy. He's not making like massive blunders. I just think there is signs that as I mentioned earlier on, that the kind of coming for cross balls is an issue with Celtic because they don't get the height and the team, so they could really do with a big lump and goal coming and cleaning things out at times. Distribution's got a wee bit wavered this year at times. Again, I think I feel from a wee bit because he's been caught between kind of styles of play that they had the kind of, for a while the Celtic were desperate to get the ball out quick as possible, and it's almost like a frantic. You see it with Joe Hart as well, almost like a frantic desperation to get out, goal kicks and ball in hand and rushing. And but then I think at times under Martin O'Neill they step back and it was like, okay, this team, we don't need to play the ball and play all the match because this team it's not strong enough to do that. So that changed, and he's back to being hurrying up again. So I think it seems to me sometimes a wee bit too rushed. He's getting the ball out, which is, I think maybe comes from instructions, which has not helped him. So I think the distribution has been a wee bit wavered this year, which is usually his strength. That's why that's one of the big things when he signed his ability to the ball with his feet. So that's been a wee bit wayward. I think there has been some signs of struggling a wee bit. I think the goal at the weekend, I mean, when you see it at certain angles, you think, well, maybe he could have done a bit better with it. But then you look at it from kind of behind. He's quite close in, and it's low. It's in that awkward area. With peak Schmeichel, with sticking out a big leg and starfishing style and blocking that, maybe.
I thought it was a bit harsh, Mick, to give him.
I think that was harsh as well. But I do think that I think it's right. I think it's right to ask the question. I don't think having a vintage campaign so far, there's been a few moments you think could have done a wee bit better with that. I think people have been hypercritical. I mean, there are people talking about the goal at Tannadice and saying there was a goal with the wrong hand and all that stuff. Is that because you showed? But that's the way goalkeepers in the modern age go. I mean, listen, as a failed former goalie myself, I was always taught to go with the inside arm when you're trying to save. But the modern thinking is that you get more apparently from the arm above that. I was also you can't reach with that arm, but I mean, what I know. But when I saw that goal at Tannadice, I thought to myself, why is he going with the right arm? They all do it. We saw the Man U goal at the weekend as well. The exact same thing. They all do it. It's a modern teaching. But the modern way is that you go. The theory is you can get more height from when I was in the 90s, back in my days when I was a contender. When I was a young prospect, I was always taught you go with the inside arm, the lower arm, rather than the outside. So that's not a Kasper Schmeichel thing. That's a modern goalkeeping thing. They all do it. They all do that. So it's a wee bit alien to the guys from my generation. So I don't know, but I think so. Some of the criticism I think has been over the top, and a lot of things have been this season over the top. I think he still has the ability to make big saves at big moments, and he's a big character in the dressing room. But I do think that you can ask the question, and it's something that might become more of an issue as we go on in the season. I think he's also not helped the fact that I think Sinisalo in the background has been pretty good when he's come in. He's looked the part.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
So it does feel like he's got someone breathing down his neck. If he didn't have that, I don't think there'd be as many questions. I think Celtic have got a myriad of problems to deal with. I don't think the goalkeeper is towards the top of the list. Maybe on the list, but not at the top of the list.